Delighted to be able to report that the weather has cooperated here at the Emirates Stadium in North London. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray at the microphone, and sitting alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Arsenal versus Everton.
Well, thanks Derek as always. The scene is set, two good teams, a great playing surface and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
A deft clearance. Here are the starters for Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale is the goalkeeper. Granit Xhaka plays alongside Thomas Partey in the centre of midfield. And the main striker here is Edward Nketiah. And here's how Everton line up. Jordan Pickford begins in goal. Abdoulaye Doucouré plays alongside Alan in central midfield. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. An alert intervention, and Arsenal now find themselves in potentially a dangerous position. He takes aim. Tremendous block. Doucouré. Alan. It's with Doucouré. Well, he just let his opponent glide by. So now a corner. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, the delivery lacked a bit of guile. Townsend. And return to Alan. Alan. Is it going to be? There it is! The opening goal of this match. And what a start they've made.
Well, here we can see it again. He's shown outstanding vision to find the perfect cutback, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
Arsenal restart the game then, and they have work to do as they try to wipe out that last goal. Granit Xhaka. It's with Ødegaard. Well, he's given us away. Calvert-Lewin. Townsend. Not getting anxious when they have the ball. Doucouré. Connor Cody now. Calvert-Lewin. Accurate pass upon accurate pass. Cuts it back. Townsend. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here's the goal again, and you have to say the patience of the passing is outstanding. They're just waiting for the right time to penetrate, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
So 2-0 now. Granit Xhaka. Partey. It's with Gabriel. William Saliba. Martin Ødegaard. Nketiah. And here's Saliba. And a fine tackle. Calvert-Lewin. And the counter looks on here. Options available. But they took care of the situation defensively. Granit Xhaka. Thomas Partey. Martin Ødegaard. And Nketiah has it. Going well. Could help them get back into the game. A goal! That's exactly what they needed. That should get them believing again.
Well, as you can see, he makes it look easy in the end, but I think that's a good finish. He'll be pleased with that.
On they go again, and that goal for Arsenal means they can now entertain thoughts of perhaps drawing level. Doucouré. Coleman. Alan. Jean-Philippe Gabama. Connor Cody now. Doucouré. On the ball, Coleman. And continues his run. But quick thinking defensively. Martin Ødegaard. Well, he's lost it. Alan. Calvert-Lewin. Can he open the door to a potential goal? Alan. Chance here. Well, he stumped it out of there without much fuss. Thomas Partey. Martin Ødegaard. On to Jesus. Arsenal move it forward with purpose and control. Teammate and support. Can't miss, surely. Well, body in the way. And the flag has been raised here. Well, there can't have been a lot in that. Superb effort to keep it in. McNeil. Nketiah. Gabriel Jesus. Playing with purpose and control. Has someone to play it to. A chance to whip it in. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. Alan. McNeil. Well, can they be creative from here? Gabama. Alan. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. Martin Ødegaard. Now with Jesus. No, high quality defending. Townsend. And now Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Doucouré. Working away patiently, looking for an opening. McNeil. And now Alan. He has time to play it over. He made it look simple, really. Granit Xhaka. It's with Ødegaard. Xhaka with it. It's with Ødegaard. Cross blocked. And breaking at pace with menace. They need to get bodies back. Well, possibilities in the centre. Calvert-Lewin. And a very good challenge. Well, a textbook interception. Tierney. Thomas now. Martin Ødegaard. Thomas Partey. Arsenal pushing forward with options available. And space available inside. Fantastic work to thwart the danger. Townsend. And here's Alan. Arsenal have possession again. Granit Xhaka. Nketiah. Partey. This could be the equaliser. But oh, what an important save. How about that?
Well, at least he hit the target, but he should really beat the keeper from there. They should be level now.
Trying to pick out a teammate. Found wanting a bit with that delivery. And space for the cross. Just the challenge that was required. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Doucouré. Gabama. It's with Alan. McNeil. Not getting anxious when they have the ball. But strong play here on the shielding front. Tierney. Thomas now. Nketiah. Can't miss, surely. Oh dear, oh dear. Opportunity squandered, Stuart.
Well, what a chance that was for the equaliser. You don't get too many better than that.
In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Excellent diving stop. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Really sound defending. Can he finish? Well, he gave it quite the whack, but not on target. Doucouré. On the ball, Andros Townsend. Quick defensive thinking, Granit Xhaka. Nketiah. Well, no stopping him. Well, sloppy in possession. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. Well, it was a menacing attack, but tidied up. Martin Ødegaard. And here's Saliba. Well, a good tackle. Townsend. It'll be a corner. Now sending it in. Well, he almost nodded that one in. Lost possession. Inching towards the half-time interval with Arsenal chasing the game. And Stuart, I wonder what you've made of their performance in the first half.
Well, it's certainly been an open game with chances for both teams. But they must start winning some of those individual battles, particularly in the wide areas, if they're going to get anything out of this.
Everton moving the ball forwards. What can they do from here? And a good-looking ball. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. And unable to keep the ball. Alan. Can he finish this? And there it is, the goal they wanted for security. They lead by 2 now. They can breathe that bit more easily.
Well, here it is again, and he's just passed that into the net. That's a very good finish, you have to say.
So back underway at 3-1. Gabriel Jesus. Strong play here. Good tackle. It'll be a throw. Martin Ødegaard. Nketiah. Opportunity for them to get back into the game. And how about that for a save? Bodies forward and the break looks on. Cody. Fine sequence of passes. McNeil. Everton being afforded too much space here. But nothing comes of it. Granit Xhaka. Martin Ødegaard. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Jean-Philippe Gabama. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Calvert-Lewin. Oh, a perfectly timed pass. And it all counts for naught. Tomiyasu. Xhaka with it. Martin Ødegaard. Granit Xhaka. Not getting anxious when they have the ball. Nketiah. Xhaka with it. Good bit of pressing. Something to worry about here. Looking for the angle. Strength and control, a big part of his game. Partey. So following the deflection, a corner kick coming up here.
Well, these fans can sense an opportunity here. They need to make the most of this corner.
And he's fired over the corner. The corner kicks keep on coming. Who can he pick out? Well, they couldn't take advantage of the chance. Intense pressure. Alan. McNeil. It's with Alan. And Gabama.
Well, these fans are demanding much more here. They have to start winning the ball back quicker. At the moment, they're too easy to play against.
Perfect tackle. William Saliba. On to Jesus. This might be ideal for the counter. Partey. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. Coleman. On the ball, Andros Townsend. Losing possession here. Well, that's how to break the spirit of the attacker. Calvert-Lewin. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet. We will have 4 minutes of stoppage time. Jesus. And return to Gabriel Jesus. McNeil. It's with Doucouré. Calvert-Lewin. And Gbama. And now Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Determined defending. Racing forward, trying to catch them out. This looks interesting. Here's Gabriel Jesus. That's a very impressive piece of defending. Alan. Here's Gbama. Calvert-Lewin. McNeil. Calvert-Lewin. Well, nothing comes of the attack when all is said and done. Jesus. It's with Alan. McNeil. Calvert-Lewin. Townsend. Strong play here. Alan. Was spot on with that challenge. And the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game. And you really can't take anything away from Alan and what he's produced so far, Stuart.
Well, what a display from him. Lots of touches, some great passes and an assist. He's been absolutely brilliant today.
So now a corner. Alan. There it is, the opening goal of this match, and what a start they've made. Cuts it back. And there is the goal! He's found the net, joy unconfined. Well, this would help them get back into the game. A goal! That's exactly what they needed. That should get them believing again. But oh, what an important save. How about that?
Well, at least he hit the target, but he should really beat the keeper from there.
Can't miss, surely. Oh dear, opportunity squandered, Stuart.
Well, what a chance that was for the equaliser. You don't get too many...
Must score! Oh, excellent diving stop. Can he finish? Well, he gave it quite the whack, but not on target. Well, he almost nodded that one in. Alan. Can he finish this? And there it is, the goal they wanted for security. They lead by 2 now. They can breathe that bit more easily. Into the second half then, and Arsenal with a real mountain to climb. Martin Ødegaard. Xhaka with it. Gabriel Jesus, the Brazilian, with a hold-up play. Now, will a teammate arrive on the scene? He's protecting it well. McNeil. Alan. Townsend. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Couldn't keep it. Thomas Partey. And Nketiah has it. And Arsenal now find themselves in potentially a dangerous position. Oh, that pass easy on the eye. Well, he's been a long way from his best up front, Stuart.
Yeah, you're right. He needs to impose himself on this game. He just hasn't done enough to get away from his marker so far. Unless that changes, they're going to struggle to turn this one around.
Nketiah. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Townsend. Perfect example of how to put in a tackle, and a corner will be next. Playing it in. Well, he dealt with that ball played in rather well. And a goal kick will be next. Jean-Philippe Gabama. And Everton pushing forward with options available. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Thomas. It's with Ødegaard. This looks threatening. Gabriel Jesus. Can he take this chance? Really important tackle. Has the strength to hang on to it. Jean-Philippe Gabama. On the ball, Andros Townsend. Calvert-Lewin. And using his strength to shield the ball. McNeil. Strength and control, a big part of his game. Doing well to keep possession and reading it absolutely superbly. Plenty of know-how in the ball shielding department. It is to be a throw-in. Alan. McNeil. Strong play here to keep the ball, to wait for the support. Tomiyasu. It's with Ødegaard. Thomas. And take it away. Using his strength to shield the ball. Gabama. Calvert-Lewin. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Townsend. Calvert-Lewin. And now Alan. Oh, excellent diving stop. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. And the short option preferred. Komish in the middle. The clearance wasn't decisive. Andre Gomes in position here to protect the ball. Could be. My goodness, that save. Fully stretched he was. One for his own highlights reel. Delivering it. Goalkeeper's ball, it was always going to be that way. Arsenal have given it away.
Well, the stats don't lie. Everton have had a lot of possession. They've passed it well, their movement's been good, and they've been well worth their lead. Could get even better here.
And it's Gabriel Jesus. It's a good-looking ball in behind. Oh, but brilliantly read to cut it out. It looked so promising. Using his physical strength to shield it. Good work to win the ball back high up the pitch. Chance to make a game of it here. And a goal! There he is at the double. They just can't subdue him.
Well, as you can see, he makes it look easy in the end, but I think that's a good finish. He'll be pleased with that.
And the ball is moving again, 3-2. Doucouré. And taken away. Using his strength to hold on to the ball and wait for teammates to arrive. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Well, not giving him any breathing room. 30 minutes to go then. Nketiah. And promising stuff from Arsenal. Crucial interception amid impending danger. Vitaly Mikolenko. Here is Andre Gomes. Alan. Fine sequence of passes. Doucouré. McNeil. Everton just couldn't hold the ball. Thomas Partey. It's with Ødegaard. Jesus. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Martin Ødegaard. Xhaka with it. Nketiah. Really effective shielding under pressure. Very quick thinking there. This might be ideal for the counter. Calvert-Lewin. Keeping possession of the ball with authority. Can he put it away? Pulls it back. Big chance it is. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Superb tackle. Martin Ødegaard. Bukayo Saka. It's with Ødegaard. An encouraging Arsenal move. He's in control of the situation. This attack looks highly promising. Nketiah. It's opening up for them. Nketiah. And a tidy tackle. Really a very poor ball. And Everton regaining possession. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Andre Gomes. And here's Alan. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. Tomiyasu. Xhaka with it. Nketiah. Saka. Martin Ødegaard. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Nketiah. And here's Xhaka. Well, there it is. Real resilience for you, having been 2 goals down.
Well, let's take another look. And what a build-up to the goal this is. The 1- and 2-touch passing is so crisp and accurate, and he makes no mistake with the finish. He showed a lot of composure there.
Well, both teams have had substitutes warming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. Back underway, and quite the story being written in this one. 3-3. Dele Alli needed to be a better ball than that.
Well, the possession tells you everything. Nothing really to split between the two sides. It's It's been an enthralling encounter up to now, with both teams playing some really good expansive football. You just wonder if the coach would be looking at that and how they can tighten up at the back, as it's been chance after chance right now.
And using his strength to shield the ball. And it's still on. That's a great stop.
Well, his reflexes are so good there. That's a fantastic stop. Well, they haven't created too much lately, but the fans know this is a chance to take the lead here.
Corner kick played in. Cleared away comprehensively. Can they get themselves in front here? Well, a textbook interception. Well, he dealt with that ball played in rather well. And Arsenal now find themselves in potentially a dangerous position. An attack full of promise. Can he finish this? And there it is! But hang on, the flag has gone up and it's not going to count.
Well, it was a close call, but he is just offside. Good finish, mind you.
André Gomes. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Delhi. In a position from which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved!
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. But he's still got so much work to do. Just look at the strength he shows to hold off the defender and still get his shot away. That's a really good finish.
Substitution time it is. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Kieran Tierney. And Nketiah has it. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. And space for the cross. Important facet of his play, holding the ball up and waiting for support. And he takes on the shot. Well, I'll tell you what, he didn't miss by an awful lot. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce? Getting through fantastic work here just to keep possession. Effective challenge.
Well, this is building up to a nail-biting finish. These Arsenal fans are making so much noise. Can they get the equaliser here?
Good work from Everton to win the ball back. Gray. Now with Delhi. Alan. He's in control of the situation. Beautifully weighted ball. McNeil. That was perfectly timed, and it is going to be a corner. Going short. Dele Alli. Well, the danger is still there. And using his strength to shield the ball. Andre Gomes. It's with Alan. McNeil. Alan. Crucial interception amid impending danger. Doing well to keep possession. Well, let's get more details on the injury situation from our pitchside reporter, Jeff Shreves.
Yeah, keep an eye on him, because in that last challenge, he took a heavy blow to his upper thigh. He's feeling it at the moment, but no sign of him after being taken off.
Cheers, Jeff. McNeil. It's with Mykolenko. Dele. Calvert-Lewin. Losing possession here.
Well, I'm not sure they deserve anything from this game, but there's still time to find that equaliser. And you have to say the crowd have been brilliant. They're still driving the team on.
And here they come, still pressing for an equaliser. Oh, what an opportunity. The cut back. And a goal! That's his brace. They just can't keep him quiet.
Well, let's look at this again. He's done superbly well to pick out a teammate here, but I think the defending is poor. How can the goalkeeper be left so exposed with two players running at him? Mind you, it's still a great team goal.
Well, you don't get too many scorelines like this one. 4-4. Alan. They're on the scent of a winner late in this game. Strong play here. McNeil. Thomas now. Bukayo Saka. Thomas. Saka. And continues his run. Space and time for the cross. And pulled back. Nketiah. Under pressure. Doesn't seem to be bothering him. Calvert-Lewin. Dele. And there to intervene.
Well, Arsenal haven't been at their best, but just listen to these fans. They believe a winner's coming here.
Poor pass. Vitaly Mykolenko. Here is Andre Gomes. Gray. Can they grab the lead late on? Very quick thinking there. Nketiah. Oh, that's an interesting pass. And a goal! This is why we adore this game. Late drama, and now they're in front.
Well, here's the replay, and just look how quickly they break forward once they win the ball back. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Delhi. Gray now. Well, do they have it in them to level this? Defensive efficiency personified. It needs an accurate cross. Has someone to play it to. Alan! And he struck the post. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Good physical play. Well, they've won the ball back quickly. Intercepting it intelligently. Doing well to keep possession. Gabriel. Bukayo Saka. It's with Ødegaard. Saka. It's with Gabriel. Ben White. Nicolas Pepe. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? On the attack in the closing phase. Gray. Textbook defending inside the box. Martin Ødegaard. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Granit Xhaka. Now with Pepe. Oh, in with a chance. Is it going to be? And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
Well, here it is again. It was a good finish, but the keeper has to do better at his near post. He was beaten far too easily on that occasion.
Gomes. On to Delhi. And the cross is very much on. And Gomes. And now Alan. Dele Alli. Really good challenge. Nketiah. Good technique displayed, but ultimately up a cul-de-sac. Calvert-Lewin. Gray. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Could pull one back here, which he does! And maybe, just maybe, there's enough time for an equaliser. It would be quite the frenetic turnaround.
Well, here it is again, and I don't expect goalkeepers to save everything at their near post, but on this occasion, although it's a good strike, he should do better.
Well, what an extraordinary scoreline. Does this game have more goals in it? Tierney. Saka. Kieran Tierney. It's with Gabriel. Granit Xhaka. Pass after pass, happy to just keep possession and frustrate their opponents. Nketiah. Well, visionary passing. Is it going to be? And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
Well, here's the replay, and in many ways it doesn't do justice to how patient they were in the build-up. Just so composed, waiting for the right moment. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Alan. Delhi. On the ball, Coleman. And there to intervene. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. Space and time for the cross. Very quick thinking there. And the referee blows his whistle. Now we can say it officially. Arsenal have won this game. 3 points. Well, the sun has been shining brightly all day. Good to see that continuing as we get ready for the match here at the Emirates Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, in position to bring you live match commentary, and my expert analyst, as always on these occasions, is Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Arsenal versus Everton.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
And so the starting 11 for Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale is the goalkeeper. Granit Xhaka plays with Thomas Partey in central midfield. And the main striker here is Edward Nketiah. Just cutting off the supply. And here's how Everton line up. Jordan Pickford is the keeper. Abdoulaye Doucouré plays alongside Alan in central midfield. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. McNeil. Well, that's the kind of play you want from your defender. Tomiyasu. Xhaka with it. Thomas Partey. Martin Ødegaard. An encouraging Arsenal move. And let's give credit to the defending. Jean-Philippe Gabama. Calvert-Lewin. Townsend. McNeil. A glorious chance. Well, I think you could call that an escape. It looked a certain goal. Gabriel Jesus. Corner kick forthcoming. Over it comes. Not away completely. Well, they can bring it out now. He has been one of the leading lights in the competition so far, Gabriel Jesus.
Well, Derek, over the years he's scored so many goals. It's his ability to come short and then spin in behind defenders at such pace. When the ball's played in behind, nobody catches him, and he often gets 1v1 against the goalkeeper, and we know what the result is.
Well, getting the ball forward. Well, for more on the injury, let's go down to our reporter, Jeff Shreves.
He landed really heavily on his shoulder there. You can see the discomfort he's in, but he's a tough guy. I think he'll carry on.
Cheers, Jeff. Using his physical strength to shield it. Townsend. Calvert-Lewin. They've regained possession. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress, but really sticking to their task defensively. Doucouré. Well, there to intercept. Gabriel Jesus. And Nketiah has it. Decent position. And back with Partey. Magnificent challenge to win it back. Calvert-Lewin. It's with Doucouré. And now Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Lovely ball over the top. Calvert-Lewin. And it's gone out of play. Goal kick coming up. Granit Xhaka. Jesus. And he read it superbly. Doucouré. Calvert-Lewin. Possession given away, unfortunately. Jean-Philippe Gabama. It's with Alan. Well, they're keeping their opponents moving and guessing. And a timely intervention. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? And they need to get tighter here. Well, that is how to nullify the opposition. Doucouré. On the ball, Andros Townsend. Calvert-Lewin. And a goal kick is the outcome. Granit Xhaka. It's with Ødegaard. Just looking for the right moment for that final pass. Really vital interception here. Calvert-Lewin. McNeil. Well, possibilities in the centre. Calvert-Lewin. And a goal to open the scoring. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, here it is again, and it was never really in doubt, was it? He was always going to score from there.
And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Partey. Martin Ødegaard. Committed challenge. James Tarkowski. Calvert-Lewin. And they continue to advance. And a lot of options here. And it crossed the byline. A goal kick as a result. Keeping possession of the ball with authority. And it will be an Arsenal free kick. And that is not going to help the cause. The header well off the mark. Jean-Philippe Gabama. Alan. It's with Mykolenko. And here's Alan. Vitaly Mykolenko. It's with Doucouré. Coleman. On the ball, Andros Townsend. Possession and patience, the watchwords. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. Townsend. Calvert-Lewin. He might yet finish. But they dealt with the threat posed. Nketiah. Thomas now. Jesus. Nketiah has it. Martin Ødegaard. Really getting stuck in defensively. An unforced error, you've got to say. A chance to whip it in. Xhaka. A really top-notch piece of defending. This might be ideal for the counter. Calvert-Lewin. McNeil. Pass after pass, keeping their opponents moving. Is it going to be? And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Oh, is he going to be punished here? Doucouré. Magnificent defending. And a throw-in it's going to be. Gabama. Options in the middle. Well, the pass not finding its target. Nketiah. Thomas Partey. Jesus. Xhaka. Won it back. Calvert-Lewin. It's with Doucouré. But he could run onto it here. And the cross comes to nothing in the end.